Hello everyone. So we've been trying to think of different ways to stay connected, and Chad and I were talking, and one of the things we like to do is play board games. So we thought it might be fun to do a little board game series on Tuesdays called Board Game Devotionals at the Manse. So Chad actually picked the first board game that we're going to be doing for this little series.
So the first board game that we chose was, as you can see, Sorry. It's a great family game, really easy for kids to pick up and play. This was one of the first games I ever played as a kid. I can remember coming home from school when I was really young, and my grandmother would play this with me all the time. And so I can remember so many afternoons playing this game with her. The game works basically as you're trying to get all your little pieces into your home before the other players, and you do that by drawing these sorry cards. And one of the things that happens in the game is that if you draw a card that says sorry,
the best card in the game.
Yeah, it frees one of your pieces, and you can kick someone out of their spot and send them back to their base to start all over again. It's so infuriating. And I remember as a kid, I would be so happy when I pulled the sorry card on my grandmother, and I'd be like, haha, sorry, I'm so sorry, but I wasn't, right? And so that got us thinking today about, times in our own lives when we say we're sorry and we really aren't. Mm-hmm. When we say we're sorry, but really our actions are putting us further ahead and not really caring all that much about other people in our lives. And so that's kind of where our headspace is at today. There's a story in the Gospel of Matthew. I'm sure you all remember it. Mm-hmm. Peter comes to Jesus and asks, if someone wrongs me, how many times should I forgive him? And Jesus replies, 70 times 7. The idea being that forgiveness is limitless. The inverse, the flip side of that story is kind of, we always think of it about the person forgiving. But what about the person who's coming to seek forgiveness, right? The person who's coming to apologize. Think of it that way too. How many times should I come and apologize? How many times when I've wronged someone should I come and say I'm sorry and actually mean it? And Jesus says it too then is limitless, right? I think that's important. Unlike that One Republic song, it's not too late. It's never too late to apologize. And so that's what we're thinking about today.
And I think the other part of it is thinking about sorry is right now we're in this situation where we are basically living in small spaces with a number of other family members. We aren't able to go out and do things as we normally would. Like I know some days we just go out and run errands if things are getting a bit stressful or whatever, just to kind of break up the routines. So that idea now that we have to be more mindful of each other and the spaces that we're in and kind to each other. Like I know the other day I was just about ready to snap Perch's head off. And it wasn't even really anything that he did. It was just the fact that I'm in the house and I can't do the things I normally do and I'm worried. And when I get worried, that tends to come out as almost anger. It has an edge to it. I remember when I was small, my brother and sister used to love hiding behind doors and jumping out at me and scaring me. And then I would get so mad because I'd been scared and I'd try and chase them down. So that idea of being mindful of each other, knowing that we're not always going to be at our best, that sometimes we might snap and we might have to say, I'm sorry and I know that we're all in this together. So yeah, just trying to be mindful of each other and being kind, even if they're eating all the chips that you bought.
And not shallow sorriness either, right?
No.
Not like pulling the sorry card and saying it, but not really meaning it. But, authentic sorriness, I think, is important. So, yeah, that's what we're thinking about.
Yeah, just knowing that our actions and our words have consequences and an impact on other people. So,
all right.
That's what we're thinking about. If you have a game like Sorry, you might even want to give it a try.
Yeah.
And just remember, as we're told, not only do we forgive 77 times, but we say sorry.
Yeah. All right.
As many.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.